What if I told you some of the wildest moments on Hardcore Pawn didn't come from angry customers, but from people who were coached to explode on camera? And what if the biggest shock isn't that the show was fake? It's how deep the fakery went, and how long the truth was hidden.
Hey, how you doing? What you got?
Well, I wanted to bring in my piston championship ring.
Wow.
Hardcore Pawn looked real too real. Fights, breakdowns, shouting matches. It felt like you were watching Detroit's most chaotic pawn shop in action. But the truth behind those episodes is way stranger than anything you saw on screen. Today, we're digging into what was staged, who exposed it, and the moment that proved Hardcore Pawn was never what it claimed to be. Hardcore Pawn sold itself as a real, unfiltered look inside American Jewelry and Loan, a massive Detroit pawn shop run by the Gold family. The show told viewers that everything we saw, from the angry customers to the strange items to the non-stop shop drama, was real life, captured as it happened. The Golds were presented as hardworking, no-nonsense owners dealing with unpredictable people every day. To millions of viewers, it felt authentic. It felt like a raw slice of Detroit. And that raw vibe is exactly what kept people watching. Here's the thing most people don't realize. Reality TV might show real people, but the situations rarely happen naturally. Producers want drama. They want big reactions. They want crazy stories that make you binge episode after episode. But real life isn't always explosive, and that's where the fakery creeps in. Think about it from their point of view. A regular day at a pawn shop might involve someone pawning a drill or selling a necklace. Interesting? Maybe. Viral? Not even close. So producers nudge things along. They guide people. They encourage behavior that's louder, messier, more emotional. This isn't just Hardcore Pawn.
American military sculpture collection.
Okay. They weren't from the Civil War and the Revolutionary War.
Many reality shows have been caught doing this. Storage Wars, for example, was accused of planting items in lockers. Even shows about cooking have staged moments to create tension. But Hardcore Pawn took this formula and pushed it into overdrive. The chaos wasn't just helped along. It was manufactured, and the deeper you go, the more obvious it becomes. Before we move on, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and smash that like button. Thank you. Let's get back to it. If you watched Hardcore Pawn even once, you probably remember people screaming over $20 offers or losing their minds while trying to sell random objects. It seemed like Detroit had the most dramatic pawn shop customers on earth. But once the show wrapped up, dozens of people came forward saying producers told them exactly how to act. Some said they were approached in parking lots, asked if they wanted to be on TV, and then told to act upset or start something once inside. Others said they were friends of employees or local extras hired specifically to stir up drama. One man even wrote online that the producers encouraged him to pretend he was trying to redeem an item that wasn't his. They wanted him to get loud, get angry, and almost start a fight.
Damn, where you gonna have to drag us about this bitch? Get away from me! What the?
According to him, he was told, "Don't worry, security knows you're coming. Just go big." That go big mindset shaped the whole show. Customers didn't just get upset, they exploded. They flipped tables. They screamed in people's faces. They walked in with wild stories that felt rehearsed. And many of them were. People online posted screenshots from casting calls, searching for outgoing personalities willing to react strongly. That's a nice way of saying, we need people willing to act like they're losing their minds. So those viral arguments, the ones fans shared on YouTube for years, a lot of them weren't real reactions at all. Then there's the Gold family, the supposed heart of the show. Les Gold and his kids, Seth and Ashley, were always arguing, always competing, always butting heads over the simplest decisions. It made for entertaining TV, but employees say the family didn't actually fight like that off camera. Former staff members said producers picked sides before certain episodes. One episode would make Ashley look unreasonable. Another made Seth seem careless. Another made Les look like a frustrated dad trying to hold everything together. It was practically scripted.
Look at this thing. Do you see what's wrong with it?
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
And some of the fights were shot multiple times. Imagine arguing with your sibling, but someone tells you, okay, now do it again, but louder. That's not reality, it's drama practice. Even the employees, like security guards and counter workers, were treated like recurring characters. Producers gave them little roles to play. The tough guy, the comic relief, the emotional one, the sarcastic one. Some employees admitted they were told to interrupt customers or stand their ground, even when they normally wouldn't. That family tension you saw wasn't spontaneous, it was engineered. The show took normal disagreements and stretched them into giant conflicts that didn't reflect the real workplace at all. And the more popular the show got, the more the producers leaned into exaggeration. Another major red flag, the items brought into the shop.
I got these right here that are silver.
This ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the platinum
We
earrings.
don't have that.
Okay.
That's not platinum.
Okay, well, what you gonna do?
Somehow, every other episode featured something super rare, super weird, or super valuable. People brought in samurai swords, celebrity memorabilia, wild inventions, priceless antiques, and things that conveniently led to arguments or emotional stories. But several pawn industry experts have said the items looked planted. Some said they'd never seen a pawn shop get that many unusual objects unless producers arranged it. A few former customers reported being asked to bring specific items so they could create a story around it. And the negotiations didn't seem real either. On normal pawn shop days, deals happen quickly, not in long, dramatic arguments. Yet on Hardcore Pawn, almost every negotiation felt like a mini soap opera. Even the big emotional stories, like someone pawning something to save their home or pay medical bills, were often exaggerated. One person admitted the producers told her to cry on camera because it would play better. In other words, the show wasn't showcasing real deals from real customers. It was showcasing storylines using props that looked real. And then there are the behind-the-scenes tricks that really seal the case. Multiple people who visited the shop during filming said the crew would stop everything, move people around, and reshoot moments to get the angle right. If something funny happened, they'd recreate it. If someone said something surprising, producers might ask them to repeat the line with more emotion. The shop also changed its layout when cameras were running. They rearranged counters, added props, and kept certain areas filled with items that looked dramatic on camera. Security guards, who were shown as breaking up fights, said many fights were staged, and they knew exactly when the angry customer was coming in.
Nah, that. You gonna do it, dog, cause you work here, you hand me my
You have a nice day, man.
One former guard admitted that some confrontations were rehearsed beforehand, so no one actually got hurt. And yes, there were casting calls, public casting calls. One ad literally said, "Do you want to appear on Hardcore Pawn as a customer? Come tell your story." It didn't matter if the story was real, they just needed something to film. All of this showed that Hardcore Pawn wasn't a documentary. It was a performance in a pawn shop setting, shaped to look messy and dangerous, because that's what kept viewers hooked. So here's the real problem. When a show pretends to be authentic, but relies on staged chaos, it starts affecting real people. Detroit already struggles with stereotypes, and Hardcore Pawn fed into every single one of them. Viewers thought the city was full of unstable customers, ready to fight over anything. They thought pawn shops were dangerous battlegrounds instead of normal businesses. Real pawn shop owners complained that people started showing up expecting arguments, expecting drama, even expecting employees to play along. And the Gold family? Their real business got flooded with visitors who wanted to be on TV. Some employees said customers intentionally acted wild in hopes the cameras would notice them.
This is a 1950s canned food warming vending machine. She would grab a can of whatever you wanted off the shelf.
So a fake show created real trouble. That's when the line between entertainment and manipulation gets blurry. And that's where things start to feel less like TV and more like exploitation. Once people started exposing the truth online, fans got confused. and then angry. Some said they felt tricked because the show sold itself as 100% real. Others said they always suspected something was off, especially the over-the-top yelling. Reddit threads, YouTube comments, and old fan forums became filled with people comparing stories, sharing rumors, and piecing together how staged the show really was. Several workers who were at the shop before or after filming spoke out anonymously. They said the shop was much calmer in real life. They said customers rarely screamed, fights were practically non-existent, and deals were simple. One person even said filming days were the worst days, because producers tried so hard to create drama that didn't naturally exist. Their stories lined up, adding more credibility to the claims. The biggest accusations came from extras who said they were encouraged to act unstable on purpose. One woman said producers asked her to pretend she couldn't pay interest and then break down crying. Another guy said he was told to get in Seth's face to make the episode pop. When these stories leaked, the show's reputation took a huge hit. It became harder to ignore the truth. The turning point came when a behind-the-scenes clip leaked online. It showed a customer rehearsing lines with a producer before entering the store. They talked about what he should say, where he should stand, and exactly when he should start yelling. The moment he walked into the shop, he exploded on cue, just like viewers had seen hundreds of times. That clip spread fast, and fans couldn't deny it anymore. The show wasn't catching real moments. It was building moments, creating them, manufacturing chaos like a factory pumping out drama. And suddenly, everything clicked. The perfect camera angles, the too clean audio during shouting, the way arguments escalated instantly, the unbelievable items, the repetitive storylines. Hardcore Pawn wasn't just helped along. It was staged, rehearsed, and edited to look like a non-stop crisis zone. That leaked clip confirmed what insiders had been saying for years. Hardcore Pawn created the illusion of a chaotic Detroit pawn shop. But the truth was simpler. The chaos was scripted, the fights were exaggerated, and the stories were built for TV. It fooled viewers for years, but once the truth came out, everything suddenly made sense. Reality TV isn't always real, and Hardcore Pawn proved that better than anything. Watch the next video to see what show was exposed next.